I'm going to be doing some second turn drills, and you can use ankle weights if you want to, but for the sake of this video, I did not use ankle weights.
And basically these are like 10 different drills that you can do at home. Maybe pick 1 or 2 a day. You don't have to do them all. You don't have to do the whole thing every day, but if you do at least 1 or 2 a day, you're gonna strengthen the muscles needed, get that muscle memory going so that you can do your second turns stronger and better. And just make sure at all times when you're focusing on these that you're minding your turnout and practicing that spot, and that you're always holding your core muscles in so you can get that nice whip around. All right, here we go. Okay, here's our first second turn drill. Turn your feet out to first position, extend that right leg forward. This is working that left leg, which is most people's working leg. All we're gonna do is plie and straighten. Plie and straighten. You're gonna do it 8 times. Plie and straighten, really working through your left quad. And straight, make sure you keep those core muscles tight and straight. Awesome. Okay, 8 times on each side. Our second drill, we're gonna start in first, and this time you're gonna get into your starting position for your second turn, which is your right leg to the left corner. And all we're gonna do is lift it to a 90-degree angle, hold, and lower. All right, ready? 8 times. Hold, and lower. Lift, and lower, making sure both hips are turned out, making sure those core muscles are nice and tight. All you're doing is lifting it up, just kind of strengthening that working leg and making sure that your right quad is working and engaged. Okay, now we're gonna do our drill starting with our right leg in our starting spot for our second turns, which is catacornered out to the left side. So Maddie's doing right. She's got her yoga block in her hand. She's gonna extend that yoga block out so she has something to direct her leg to, and then lift that right leg up and lift and lower. You can try to tap the yoga block, or you can just use it as directional and lower. Make sure both hips are turned out, both quads are engaged, core muscles are nice and tight. Awesome, 8 on each side. Okay, our next leg drill is gonna be first position, but this time you're gonna tendu your right leg out to your natural first position. So in this drill, you wanna avoid turning the foot out too much and letting that hip turn either open or out. You don't wanna overextend. So Maddie is gonna go to her natural first, which for most people is to that right corner, but not to the side. And then she's just gonna lift her leg up again to that 90-degree angle and hold. Ready? Lift and hold and lower. Lift and hold and lower. Awesome. Lift and hold and lower. You want to do 8. And then on the 8th one, let's skip ahead. You hold. Ready? Lift and hold. 2, 3, 4, and lower. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to work that supporting leg even a little bit more. So this time we've got a chair to hold onto, or you can hold onto your staircase or whatever works better for you. So this time you're going to start in first position. You're going to tendu that right leg to the front. And this time we're gonna plie on your left supporting leg, and then you're gonna pop up to a nice strong releve. Ready? And plie and releve, keeping that leg low. And plie and releve, just working those quads more. Plie and releve. Awesome. 8 times on each side, and then you can start to let go of the chair and releve. Make sure you keep those hips turned under and that everything's nice and tight. If you feel not balanced, that means your core muscles aren't engaged. So make sure that you're pushing your shoulders down, engaging your core muscles, tucking your hips underneath. So you're making one nice long line with your pelvis and not arching your back. Ready? Plie and releve. Awesome. Okay, so for this next drill, we're gonna use a chair or a stool to keep our leg engaged. So this time your right leg is gonna lift up to the chair or stool. Again, make sure those hips are turned under. You're using nice proper turnout. Your left supporting leg is also turned out in that first position. And all we're gonna do is plie and releve just like we did before, but this time with your leg extended long onto the chair. Releve. Plie, keep your foot on there first. And releve. Think about working that left foot or left leg. And releve. Good. Plie and releve. And then if you want to make it more advanced, you can take your foot off of the chair, extend it out, and then do your same thing. Plie and releve. Great job. Make sure you're keeping those core muscles engaged and that you're not pulling your shoulders up. Okay, so now we're gonna use a chair and a yoga block to work that right leg quad. So you're gonna extend your right, or go to first position, extend your right leg to the chair. You got your yoga block extended out to 90 degrees. Your foot, it should be lower at like 45. Extend that right yoga block out, and then you're gonna lift your foot off the chair and touch the yoga block. Lift and lower, lift and lower. You're gonna do this 8 times. Lift and lower, lift. Okay, now on the 8th time you lift up, hold 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower off. Okay.
So I'm gonna be using this stretch band.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna tie around my foot, the right one,
Yeah.
because that's the side view. And I'm gonna double knot it so it stays, because it never really stays if you don't double knot it.
Right.
So I'm gonna double knot it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna grab it to where is it gonna stretch me, if it's up here or down here.
A little bit more tension if you need it. Okay.
Or if you just want a farther stretch.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab it kind of like right here, and I'm gonna pull up, and this is gonna strengthen this muscle, and I'm gonna pull down, and it creates resistance.
Awesome. 8 times on each side.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, this is a really good drill if you need to work on your body alignment for your turn. So you're gonna lay flat on your back. And in this position, you're gonna make sure that your hips are square and glued to the ground, that your shoulders are square and glued to the ground, and that your left leg, or both legs really, but your left leg is extended long, your foot is pointed, and it's glued. Then you're gonna lift your right leg up to 90 degrees. Make sure your foot's turned out the way it's supposed to be in a turn, and that your left leg is turned out and on the ground. Now, extend your arms forward. When I teach this, I teach it in first position, but for this drill, we can do it like it is in the palm dance. So you can use fists or whatever you wanna do. Now, you're gonna open your right leg to your natural first position, to the side, and your arms, but you're not gonna let your hips, booty, or shoulders leave the ground. So you're gonna open and close. Open and close, squeezing through that back hamstring so your right knee stays nice and straight. Open and close. 8 on each side. If this is too challenging, you can always use a stretch band on that right leg to open and close. You get resistance, but it also gives you something to hold on to. So this drill is a good hip opener. So you're gonna start again in first position. You're gonna hold onto a chair or bar or whatever you have. You're gonna passe your right foot parallel forward like a jazz pirouette. Okay, so you're gonna hold that passe. Then you're gonna open your leg and passe. You can hold onto the chair, you don't have to. Open to that right passe. Then you're gonna lift your knee but not your hip, and then connect back. Then close, open, lift your knee and not your hip, and back down. 8 times. Close, open, lift your knee but not your hip, and back down. Awesome. And that opens up that hip and gets rid of tension that you carry in your hips.
So we're gonna start. I'm using my stairwell, but if you don't have one, or like you could also
Use a chair.
a chair,
Yeah, you just need to have space.
a table, or anything.
Yeah, you just need to have space to warp your leg around. All right, ready?
But I'm gonna be using this, and so I'm gonna hold on.
You're starting first.
I'm gonna start in first position, and I'm gonna undo my leg, making sure to turn out and keep my hips down.
Right?
And then I'm gonna stretch up
To a nice high releve.
to high releve, and I'm gonna keep doing that 8 times. Or no, we can do 4 times because
Okay.
that's how many we do the turn.
Okay.
Turns and
Okay.
And we're gonna try to hold for longer. I'm just making it for the
Right.
video.
Right.
And for the last one, we're on the 5th, because we whip in, we're gonna practice whipping and then holding your muscle.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna do some basic planks and mountain climbers. If you don't have strong core muscles, you're not gonna be able to do second turns because your point of access is gonna be off. So this is really important. Kids don't like doing these, but you really need to get in the habit. So first you're gonna get into that perfect plank position, which means shoulder width apart arms, legs turned and pushed back, hips in line. Don't let that butt pop up or down. You're gonna hold this plank for 30 seconds just to get yourself set up. Then we're gonna go into mountain climbers, which means your right knee bends in and then extends out. Then your left knee bends in, extends out. The whole time you're doing this, you're gonna keep repeating right and left. The whole time you're doing this, you need to keep that, the rest of your body in line like a board, so you don't want your butt to pike up or down. Ready, go. Pull in. And you can do them quick, you can do them slow. As long as you're doing them in that perfect plank position, that's gonna work your core muscles and make that turning axis much stronger.
This one is good for your core again because your core is important.
Okay.
And so you're gonna go into a normal plank.
Mm-hmm.
So shoulder width apart,
Right.
feet out a little bit apart.
Driving your heels back.
And now we're gonna take, we're gonna twist to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And our feet are going to be here like this.
Yep.
And we're going to lift our arm up just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't do this, then you can stick a foot down to hold yourself
Right.
up.
But you want to be working towards stacking.
But you want to try to hold this, and it helps with your core because you have to hold up, which is also important for second turns because you also have to hold up in second turns.
Perfect.